Is the ear.
Welcome.
Okay, bye.
And that is also, that's the eye.
That's also the eye.
You almost poked her in there.
No, I was holding it up here. Okay.
Gotta zoom in.
Go.
This is the Olivia show. She's over there.
She's not a part of our show though, so hi.
This is our eye video. This is our eye. And it's doing eye things. Like iPhones and iWatches
Get to it.
and iMacs
Get to the point.
and I Spy.
Go.
So the cornea, which is this green part,
One of
Right
the two
there.
things I labeled.
yeah, it protects the eye and bends light to provide focus to the eye, which helps. And then the pupil, I think it's labeled. Okay, the pupil is this thing.
Purple. Pupil is the purple.
Pupil is this, and it helps. It is a small adjustable opening, and the iris, which is the colored muscle, which is this. It helps dilate and constrict in response to light or emotion. That's pretty cool. So if you're happy or you're on drugs, it opens.
You're horny.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Next is, so this part is the lens, and it helps focus incoming light rays and projects it onto the retina. And the retina is this yellow thing, right?
In between the red and the pink.
And that's the back of the eye. It's the thin inner surface that helps you see. You're welcome. The fovea, which is this little orange thing, it helps. It is a small depression in the center of the retina where visual visual acuity is the best. And the rods, we don't even have rods. I guess we're rodless eyeball.
They're there. Just
Okay, so rods are somewhere, Google it. We'll get a point off of that.
what are rods, Shane? What
Rods
they?
are photoreceptors in retina that enable black and white vision.
Whoa.
So, you see my shoe? They're black and white. Without the rods, you can't see that.
Thank you, rods.
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 Cones, which is still not here.
But they're in there.
They are photoreceptors in the retina that detect fine detail and color. So unlike my shoes, everything else is colorful.
Like here. And
No.
there. And here.
You just pointed out like 3 red things in a row.
No, there are multiple colors in this, Shane.
Bipolar cells, which like.
They're in there.
Okay. Getting so many points off of this.
No.
Bipolar cells are specialized cells that connect and transmit info from eyes receptor cells, photoreceptor cells, to ganglion cells that make up optic nerve. And the ganglion cells, which is still not there, it helps receive info from bipolar cells and transmit them to brain for processing. And the optic nerve,
It's here.
okay,
The yellow.
this yellow?
Yes.
Okay. The optic nerve contains bundled axons of ganglion cells that hook the retina to the brain. Now it's Sean's turn.
Yay, Sean. Yay!
I'll
Shane.
Next to that.
Okay.
If iMovie even has that.
Alright, so a lot of this stuff here is not, it's part of the brain, so it's not listed here. So we have the thalamus, and the thalamus takes in sensory information like sight, hearing, stuff like that, except for smell, and then it routes it to the most appropriate cortex. The optic chiasm, this is the spot in the brain where the information from the right eye switches to the left side of the brain and vice versa, the left eye to the right side of the brain. The visual cortex, almost all the information is sent here from the eye to have a basic process, and then it is sent to other places in the visual cortex for a further examination. That's how your brain deciphers what you're seeing. The occipital lobe, and that contains most of the places in the brain where our sight is processed. Feature detectors, they are cortical neurons that respond to specific features like shapes and angles. Blind spot, which is actually right there. And there's a point in which the optic nerve leaves the eye, creating a blind spot because there are no receptors there. So you just don't see things that are in that area. And the trichromatic theory is a theory that the eye is only sensitive to 3 colors, and that's red, green, and blue, and they work together to make up the rest of the colors. Just kind of like a phone screen or TV screen. And then the opponent process theory, basically the theory that goes against the trichromatic theory. I believe they use pairs of colors like black and white that make up different colors.
Yay, that's the eye. Oh, we're sponsored by
Play-Doh tools.
yeah,
Fun to play with, not to eat.
and also we're sponsored by the new movie Jigsaw. Just wanted to know this.
Okay.
I'm going to do a live. I'm just kidding. That's our video.
Okay,
We're also
bye.
sponsored by Refreshe for the store brand of water bottles.
Wonderful. Bye.